Hi everyone and welcome to Ask Amanda this week. Today we're being joined by Kyle from Kane Financial. He's a mortgage broker and we're here to chat to you about first home buyers, the benefits of a buyer's agent and how a mortgage broker can help you get the best deal out there. Hi Kyle, how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, pleasure.
Amanda, going into 2018, is there any more affordable housing in the eastern suburbs, the inner west, northern beaches?
That is probably one of the hottest topics that we get asked or questions we get asked. There is. You just need to know where to look and how to look for it. In fact, one of our clients we helped last year, first home buyer for $484,000, a one bedroom in Leichhardt.
Really?
I know,
Amazing.
Unbelievable. No parking, but still great little unit
Exactly.
for a starter. And right through to $800,000 would be most of our first home buyers.
And in terms of advice, as a buyer's agent such as yourself, what benefit does a client have to come to you?
Look, one of the biggest things we hear from feedback from our first home buyer clients is the knowledge. They understand that they don't have that knowledge and they're happy to put their hand up and seek professional advice. The second would be time saving. They're busy building their careers. They don't have time for the many hours you need to dedicate to finding a property. So they're happy to outsource that to someone that does.
Yeah.
And knowledge and negotiation. Now, negotiating, we should be able to save them, our feedback at least. But it's not just about the saving. It's actually about getting their offer accepted over other people. And agents like to deal with other agents. So buyer's agent to a selling agent, they know that we've got a solid client that's ready to buy, which really helps.
I think often something that people forget is the negotiation power. They haven't done this before, you do it every week. So you bring that to them and you often can, like you say, save them their fee. What recommendations will you have? We have so many clients that they have a pre-approval for a few months and they're a bit scared to pull the trigger. Do you think they should come to someone like you straight away, spend a few months looking? What's your advice to them?
Look, I think it's good that they know what's happening in the market, but if they don't have the time, just enlist us straight away. Our average times are 1 to 5 weeks for an investor and 4 to 14 for an owner-occupier. Obviously, owner-occupiers are more emotional, so it takes a little bit longer. But I think that it's worth them getting in and trying to buy something sooner rather than later. Last year, the market moved 1.33% a month overall in Sydney. Some places in the eastern suburbs and the North Shore are a lot higher than that. So it's important for them to get in quick now rather than waiting for the things to either settle down or move. Because yes, the market is stabilising, but we're still seeing increases in popular price points in suburbs.
Okay, so you're suggesting if they spend a few months, often the markets increase their budget.
Yeah. So if they wait 3, 4, 5 months, what they might have 700,000, suddenly that property is now worth 720 or 740, and they can't afford a car spot, or they can't afford to have a view or a balcony. They're the sort of things that we see changing once people leave it too long.
Okay.
And tell me, from a home loan lending perspective, what options can you assist in people struggling to get home loans at the moment, especially first home buyers?
Yeah, it is hard, as we've been talking about, with property prices increasing so much for first home owners, young people. At Kane Financial, we've come up with a couple solutions and strategies to assist with this. Amanda, something really popular at the moment is a parental guarantee loan. So if your parents have equity in their home loan, we can often use that equity as a form of security. So the child that might not be able to afford the deposit and fees can use that equity. If they're not in this circumstance, then there's often some banks, just a couple, that can lend up to 97%.
Wow, really?
97% of the purchase price.
That's incredible.
It is. They have to pay a lender's mortgage insurance, but they're not paying this in cash. It's just added to the loan. So this might actually save them a few months or even maybe a few years to find the property they wanted by adding this to their loan. On top of that, there's special rates for first home owners, rent vesting strategies, and government grants.
Okay, that's great. And tell me, there seems to be a lot of mountains of paperwork actually.
Yeah.
How do you help them make sense of all of that?
Yeah, so the best time to come to a mortgage broker is as soon as you have the idea. Before you can start looking or enlist a buyer's agent, you need to know what your borrowing capacity is.
Agreed.
So they come to us, we do all the legwork, we'll find some options, find the best rates for them, find the best policies for them, and then we do all the paperwork. So we'll lodge it, we'll collect a few documents, and we take it all the way up to settlement and then beyond settlement.
Wow, that's interesting. And tell me, what's the difference between conditional approval and pre-approval? That's a big question we're getting asked by our clients at the moment.
Yeah. So pre-approval, conditional approval, it's often we'll lodge it, we'll get your pre-approval, conditional approval. That means you can go shopping. So it gives you the ability to start looking. Only once you've made an offer, then we'll take that contract to sales back to the bank and you can make a formal approval, and then it's all done and dusted and you can move in.
Great. And how long does that take usually?
Look, it depends on the lender. It depends on which broker you're going to. We're very connected, so some lenders we can get a pre-approval done in a couple of days.
Wow, that's quick.
Yeah.
Well, with 2 days you getting that and coming to us, and we can actually take from a week onwards, you know, you can be in your new house in no time. So that's great. Thank you,
Perfect.
Carl.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks everybody. See you next week.